You ready? You ready to go to the vet today? Yeah, just you, buddy. Yeah. Alright, guys, I just got home. I am having my first cup of coffee of the day. Yeah, it's been a morning already. It's been a morning. So my whole goal today was to simply get up, get dressed, take the dogs out, get Zero into the truck so we can take him, as you saw, to the vet. He's getting neutered today. Now, the vet over here, you have to be there between the hours of 6:30 and 8:30. No, 6:30 and 9, my bad. 6:30 and 9 if you're going for neutering. So I got up, I got dressed, I took the dogs out, just didn't have time for coffee, so I was like, you know, I'll just get them in. Well, it's a good thing I woke up early because it took me 20 minutes to get Zero in because he was being stubborn today. I love him, but he's stubborn. So then I remembered I forgot his vet records, so I obviously have to bring that. So I ran back inside. I had tied him up. And I guess because he's still in the pulling stage, again, excuse the way I look today, but I am just, yeah, it's been a morning. Well, for me right now, it's still morning. But anyways, so when I came back out, I had noticed that he pulled hard enough, and I guess he, like, you know the part in your car, okay, you got your driver's seat, okay, just take that for example. You have your driver's seat, and the bottom, you know, mechanism goes forward and backward, the whole seat. Well, the back part, okay, is the one that goes, you know, forward and backward, but just your backrest. So I noticed that it was pushed all the way forward, and I'm like, okay. Well, I go to push it back and it's stuck, and I'm like, what? Okay. Now I'm pushing it, I'm using the lever, I'm realizing that the lever's not doing anything. It's extremely loose and it's just not working. So I'm like, oh God, not now. Now, mind you, no coffee, okay, no breakfast. I was already out there for 20 minutes trying to get Zero into the car itself, the truck itself, and I'm like, okay, I don't have time for this, okay, because I had a window, okay, and it's not just a window for the vet, but it's a window because I also had to go grocery shopping and make it back home for Daniel Jr.'s OT session on Zoom. So that was at 9:30. Now, at this point, it's now, you know, 8:15, 8:20, and I'm like, I gotta get him to the vet in time. So after a few curse words and, you know, frustration, I call Big Daddy. So I call Big Daddy, and as you guys know, he is a truck driver. Now, he's a partner. So his partner does day driving, he does night driving. So I had like a 10% chance that he might answer because he's probably sleeping. But being that it's technically his truck and, you know, I needed help, I called Dan. So I called Big Dan, and I'm like, okay, call, he doesn't answer. And I'm like, well, try one more time, you know, I really need help. So I call him again, and thankfully, shout out to you, babe, thank you for answering your phone. Explained to him the situation, had a panic attack because I'm frustrated, I'm freaking out over time. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to the vet, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to the store, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it home for Daniel's OT. And then, of course, because I have anxiety, my mind goes, well, honey, that's just today. What about therapy sessions for the boys and for Julie that you have coming up? What about you know, every other day you got to go grocery shopping. Like, but what about everything else? So I start mentally freaking out, and thanks, babe, for calming me down. So he's talked me through the process of what I can do, whatever. And as I'm like half crying, half screaming, I finally get it to work. Thank God. Now it is now 8:40-ish, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta go. Excuse my language. I really gotta go, you know? So I'm like, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna do? So I jump in, I get there to the vet, I just make it. Like, it's, thankfully the vet office is not too far from my house, but like I was gone, I was going. So I went, took him, you know, got him in, fine, ran to the store, got like 4 out of the 5 items that I needed, rushed home, made it with, I want to say 4 minutes before Daniel had to be online, excuse me, for his Zoom meeting for OT. I made it with 4 minutes, okay? Now, mind you, I got up at 7:30, okay? I was like, that's plenty of time, whatever. Yeah, it's been a morning, okay? It's hard because people ask all the time, like, oh, you know, how do you do it? Or they say, wow, you're a superwoman. You do everything, and you're in charge of the household, and you do all, you leave work early to, you know, if the kids need you to pick up, pick them up from school, you know, go on your lunch break from, or your, well, I don't really get a lunch break at my job. I get a 10-minute break because I don't work more than 6 hours. So, whatever. When I was working, now, thanks to the pandemic, I'm not working, like most 90% of people out there. But that's neither here nor there. I digress. My bad. But like they say, you know, you're the one, okay? Doctors call you. Therapists call you. School calls you. You know, like, it's all you. How do you do it? How do you process? How do you, you know, you're superwoman. And, like, I appreciate, you know, you guys say, like, oh, you know, you can do it. You're Wonder Woman. You're a boss. Like, you know, you're awesome. Thank you. But there are days that I don't want to be superwoman, you know? It's very hard because as a trucker's wife, I have to maintain the household. Like most wives and mothers, you maintain the household, your partner goes to work, you know, most of the time it's that situation. But when you're a trucker's wife, you don't really have an option, okay? I was speaking to a friend of mine who, her husband's also a trucker, and it's like our own little group, I guess you could say. But she was saying that she can't explain it either. You know, people ask her, like, well, how do you do it? You have 2 kids, 1 on the way, you know, you're doing it all, and you're doing it. And I told her, I get it, because it's hard to explain too. Like, I love my husband. I back him on every endeavor, journey, idea he has. Always have, always will. But sometimes it's so hard because, like, today, I wasn't mentally prepared for so much to go wrong so fast, and I didn't really have, like, a lifeline, you know? Like, I had a shot. I tried to call him, and it took 2 tries, but he answered, and that's awesome. But that's normally how it goes. If I'm lucky, I can get him on the phone, you know? And it, most of the time, like, yeah, I talk to him every single night, we speak on the phone. He says goodnight to the kids. You know, he's a great dad. He's a great husband. But it gets very hard because throughout the day, if I need him, I can't communicate. And it's because, you know, he's sleeping, or by the very off chance that he's not asleep, he's doing other things, you know, he's working. So it gets hard and it gets frustrating, and sometimes I just don't want to be Wonder Woman. I want to be able to say, babe, I need help, can you do this? And him be right there behind me. Yes, I got it, take a minute, I'll do this for you. Like, you know, I don't know if most of you know, but with Dan's schedule, not only is he like just the nighttime driver, but he is gone now. It used to be, he's been all around, you know, he's been gone for months and coming home for 3 days. He's been home every night, but only for about 12 hours. He's been gone every week, but home every weekend. It changes a lot depending on the company, depending on the situation we have. It changes. His schedule now is he's gone every 10 days and he's home for 4. I say home for 3 definitely, because there's times where he doesn't get home till like 8 o'clock at night, you know, and the whole day's gone, but he's just getting home, you know. So he's really home a full 3 days, okay? And it's hard, because even though he's home 3 full days, which is better than cramming like a bunch of family time into 2 days and, you know, barely getting any time for us because it's all about the whole family, it gets frustrating, it gets tiring, because it is me. Like, the therapist can't call daddy because daddy can't do anything from wherever he's at, you know. He could be in California, what is he gonna do, you know? If school can't call him and say, hey, you know, so-and-so is sick, can you come pick him up? Yeah, just give me like 2 days to get there, you know what I mean? It's not logical. So it gets tiring, it gets hard, especially on days like today where I couldn't do it. And normally if he was here physically, he would just step in and say, babe, you go over there, go sit down, go have a cup of coffee, relax a minute, and let me see what I can do, you know. And that's the part that people don't understand, is that it takes a special kind of person to do this, especially if you have, like in my situation, you have special needs children that require lots of it's just kind of, it takes a lot, and it takes a strong person. And to my fellow trucker wives, trucker girlfriends, you know, trucker boyfriends, trucker husbands, okay, whatever it is, my fellow trucker world out there, I feel you, okay? I feel it. I feel everything. I get it. I understand. And it's hard, but we get through it because we love our significant other. We love our family. We, you know, we're strong, and we just keep pushing, you know. And I'm lucky enough to have a man that works as hard as he does. He works really hard, really, really hard, and I appreciate it, and I love him for it, because you could easily say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, and I'm gonna do something else where I'm doing a 9 to 5, and that way I'm home to help out. And he would, if I really wanted him to, and I really begged him to. Like, I wouldn't even have to beg. That's the thing, because we talk about this a lot. You know, he says, you know, if you really need me to, I will stop trucking and just do a 9 to 5 somewhere or something like that. And I'm like, as much as I would love to have you home every night at a decent time, you know, no, because you're miserable like that. You know, truckers get it. Trucker, you know, wives, husbands, family members, they understand. It's a special type of person that enjoys driving so much that they drive for hours and hours and hours, and they're gone so long from their family, but it's something in them. It's like, I don't want to compare too much, but it's kind of like an army guy or girl or whatever, like it's an army person and a trucker person. It takes a special type of mental craziness, okay, to do it. And as the significant other, you know, that's holding down the fort while they're gone, it also takes a special type of person. So to all of you doing this out there, holding down the home front, making sure that when your trucker comes home, they're happy, there's nothing that they really need to do but be with the family. More power to you. We got this. We keep doing it. We got this. Alright. I'm pretty much just going to relax for the rest of the day. Later on, I do have to pick up Zero. Pickup time is between, like, she said to call at 1 o'clock, but not to pick up till about 4. So, between 4 and 5. So, I will let you guys in on that. And, yeah. So, thanks for listening, you guys, and I will be back soon. So, I just picked up Zero from the vet, and, oh, my puppy, like, that's all I could say. He was, yeah, the kids are being loud in the background, don't mind them. Mom life. I just picked him up, and he is sitting on the porch with us, more like laying. He's sore, achy, you know how that goes. Let's go check in on Zero. You okay, puppy? Are you okay? Yeah. Yeah, you saw the vet today? Yeah? Oh, baby. Yeah, I know. Yes. I kind of spoiled him a little bit. For dinner we had McDonald's, and I got him, and I got Oreo, to be fair, a plain hamburger, so like that they had like a little treat, and then you know how the fries always fall on the bottom of the bag. I split whatever fell on the bottom of the bag to them. So yeah, but he's home now, and we're gonna take good care of him so he can heal faster, right, puppy? Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Okay, much love.